Welcome to the Stroke, the Your New Thing podcast, where we make you a voice to be heard. We turn pain into purpose. I'm the host, Aaron Avila. I'm a 15-year stroke and brain aneurysm survivor. I was supposed to have Karina on the show, on the podcast today, but we were having just tons of technical issues. But we're going to get it together. I'll play this next week and I'll have it as soon as possible. But we are going to talk about how to live a purposeful life at stroke. Now, I'm going to take this time to say one thing. I think before you believe or understand that you can live a purposeful life after stroke, that you must believe it first. Stroke has a way of taking our hope and our desire to get better and to live a purposeful life, takes it away, makes it not believable. But the first step that you need to take to make sure that you live a purposeful life after stroke, you must believe it's possible. Henry Ford said it right. Whether you think you can and whether you think you can't, both are correct. Let me repeat that. Whether you think you can live a purposeful life after stroke, or whether you think you can't live a purposeful life after stroke, both are correct. So my message to you today is this. You must first believe it's possible. And I'm here to tell you, it is possible. But you need to change the way you think, the way your mind works. You must believe it's possible. Take it from me. I'm a 15-year post-brain aneurysm stroke survivor, been in a wheelchair, speech deficit, paralyzed. And the only reason I do what I do because I believe it's possible. I believe the word relentless really applies to us. The word relentless is a never giving up. Don't ever give up. No matter how hard it gets, don't give up. But I think it's really important that today, if anything, believe it's possible in your mind. Because see, I believe and I know that your stroke, my stroke, all the people around the world stroke. It's possible to live a meaningful life after stroke. So today, I challenge you. Start changing the way you think. Start looking at your life with hope, possibilities. And when I get Karina on and talk about living a meaningful life after stroke, it's important that you come to that podcast believing it's possible. See, we as stroke survivors, a lot of times we have a stroke kind of takes away all your hope that's possible. If you're like me, you've been been years since you've had your stroke and you're still messed up. But that doesn't mean recovery is not possible. You can recover. You can get better. You can live a meaningful life. Is your meaningful life as a stroke survivor tied to how much function you gained? No. It has to do with your mindset. See, I live a meaningful, purposeful life now after stroke, 15 years post, in a wheelchair, half paralyzed with a speech deficit, but I still believe there's hope. Because living a meaningful life really is a matter of mindset. It's your mind. It's the way you think. I mean, even earlier I quoted that quote from Henry Ford, whether they think you can or whether they think you can't, both are correct. And it's really true. I've been invited by Kathy Dirksen and going to be in a business anthology, and I'm going to write a chapter called Relentless. There's one thing my stroke taught me, to be relentless. And I recently learned about being relentless from global business celebrity Hazelot. He doesn't know, or he does know now, but he doesn't know the magnitude of what has happened to me, and him teaching me about being relentless. I'm saying you, stroke survivor, can live a meaningful life after stroke, but you must start with your mindset. You must first believe it's possible. Because it's easy, you could, whether you believe it's possible or whether you don't believe it's possible, both are correct. Meaning it doesn't take any more effort, any more ability to believe it's possible or believe it's not possible. You can do it. So I'm challenging you today to believe it's possible. I want you to look in the mirror and say, I am going to live a meaningful life after my stroke. Because remember, stroke is not who you are. You're really defined by how you respond to stroke. It's not who you are doesn't define you. What does define your stroke survivor is how you respond to stroke. That is what really makes you different. Uh, what the heck? Okay, well, I don't know. My colors are a little messed up, I guess. I don't know. I'm having a little bit of a technical issue with lighting and all kinds of stuff, but I'll get it down. People as I learn. But I think it's really important to realize that your stroke survival, your life you live after your stroke, is really up to the way you think. It isn't getting back your abilities as much as it is you believing it's possible. Your belief in yourself, your belief in it's possible is the answer and the key to your living a meaningful life after stroke. And I'm really hoping you can hear me right now. If you're listening to this podcast and the replay, please put in comments. Do you struggle with belief in yourself, believing that life is possible after stroke? Do you struggle with the possibility of living a meaningful life after stroke? Put that in comments. Because I'm here to tell you, as one that's currently facing some really big hills to climb as stroke survivor, I'm telling you it's possible. It's possible. You know, I really can't wait for Karina Lemire to come on here. She's going to help you. She's got some great insights. You know, authenticity really is the key to what we are. We are what we are. I am a stroke survivor, no doubt. But does that make me who I am? No. Who I am is how I respond to it. Is doing this podcast, raise stroke awareness around the world, building stroke TV media. By listening to all the people, as I was building stroke TV media, telling me I can't do it. I never will. I never would have. But the really, really great thing is I didn't listen because I believed it was possible. I believe it's possible to live a meaningful life with stroke. Guess what? I am. I love what I do. I love being with my stroke survivors, my peeps, my community is you. If you really want to help stroke TV media thrive and really be able to really increase our reach, I ask you to please subscribe to Stroke TV Media on YouTube. Hit that little bell icon so you become part of our community and you'll receive a notification every time we go live. But I think if there's one thing I want you to take away from today's podcast, is I want you to believe it's possible. There is hope, stroke survivor. You are not stuck in darkness. You're not stuck in negativity. It's a matter of your mind, your mindset. Your success as a stroke survivor really begins in your mind. Why do I say that? Why do I say stroke survival victory really starts in the mind? And I'm going to go back to Henry Ford's quote because whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, both are correct. It really comes down to why you believe, what you believe. So I'm saying believe is possible. If you want to help Stroke TV Media grow and to be part of our community, reach out to me at here's my email, sorry. Reach out to me via email at aaron.stroketv@gmail.com. And we will work together to make our voices heard. To make our voices heard, we need to tell people about stroke. I had my stroke at age 47. I thought, how can I have a stroke at 47? It happens to 80-year-olds. No, it doesn't happen to older people. It knows the age. Stroke doesn't know age, people. And I want to raise stroke awareness in my local community. I want to open up my dream, my vision is to open up local you. I need your help on this. To open local stroke support online if need be, in person if you can, but stroke support groups. I want to see us bind together as a community. Raise stroke awareness, I know that. Raise stroke awareness on a global level. Because that way people they know for the warning sign. Do you know that I think it's like 40% or greater strokes are actually can be stopped, it can be diverted. You can lower your stroke risk. And you can do that by maybe not smoking, not drinking as much. There are ways to lower your stroke risk. Because stroke can happen to anybody. It happened to me at age 47, 15 years ago. But I think what really comes down to is stroke lies to you, stroke survivor. It lies to you that you cannot live a meaningful life with stroke, but you can. See, as a stroke survivor, you're in business called pivot. You pivot to whatever you need to do to keep going, to be relentless. Well, you're looking at a pivot. I am enjoying my life more than I ever have. I have more purpose as a stroke survivor. With all my deficits, I have a purpose. My purpose is right here, right now, being with you. My purpose is raising stroke awareness worldwide. So if you want to be part of our community, reach out to me an email. Let me know. I'll teach you to do what I do. I'll teach you to stream. I'll teach you to live stream. I'll teach you. You can use your phone. You don't need fancy equipment. You can do everything from your phone, but you can make an impact in this world. And that's really what life's all about, is how much of an impact you can leave. This life is temporary. Let's face it, we're all gonna die. What will you be remembered? You weren't here just to take up resources, eat, drink, poop, and die. It's not the way it goes. You're here for a purpose. You're here to help people. So today, I want you to work on telling yourself, look in the mirror, look yourself square in the eyes, and say, I am going to be relentless. Stroke will not beat me. See, that is a mindset. The other mindset can be this: I give up. I'm not going to keep trying. And that is not, that's not what you need to do. You can be relentless. You can be that global voice in this world that makes a difference. You, stroke survivor, have the ability to leave a legacy for you and your family and people you come in contact with, because you're meant to. If you're still alive, stroke survivor, you're still in the game. You're still here. You still can make an impact in this world. Do not be limited or think you can't do it because of your disabilities, because of your deficits. Those are not what define you. Let me repeat, your deficits do not define you. How you respond to your deficits, how you respond to your stroke does. So today, I want you to just repeat in your mind, I can do this. I am relentless. I will become a voice for stroke. Because remember, you can. You can be a voice. You can be an influence and impact this world. You know, so many stroke survivors I know that give in to darkness of stroke. They say they can't. They give up. Don't give up. Because you need to have a mindset of resilience. You need, and just say, I use that word quite a bit, resilience. Resilience is not who you are, it's who you become through stroke. If you allow it, if you allow yourself to be resilient, learn resiliency. It's not something you are. Yeah, relentless is not something you are, it's something you learn. You become relentless, you become resilient. So today, become resilient. Like I said, look yourself square in the mirror and say, I am going to be relentless. I'm going to be resilient. And you will be. I guarantee you, if you set your mind on who you can be, and the possibilities are endless. I know way too many stroke survivors who give up. And I've seen them even go to the point of passing away. You don't need to. You can be a voice that cries out. Stroke can happen to you. You can raise stroke awareness. Be fast, balanced. What are some of the signs of stroke? If you see someone's balance is off, you see their eyes, they're not focused right, they're not looking right. You get face drooping, fast, face drooping. Get that, that's a stroke mind. And I feel believe us. Not great. Well, I just showed you could be stroke survivor make a difference because I get ability or arm weakness. How do you think someone stroke have put their two arms out for themselves? If one drops, not good. They're probably having a stroke. So we got arm weakness, we got face drooping, we got arm weakness, we got speech. I have what they call dyslexia. When someone's having a stroke, a lot of the time the speech sounds like this. They sound like they've been drinking. Their slurred speech. Dyslexia means slurred speech. And if you see someone's face drooping, their arms raised and weak, their speech slurred, time. Time is everything. Dial 911 for sure. Don't brush off. Most stroke survivors I know at some point, like I was guilty of, brushed off the signs of stroke. See, I was having signs of a brain aneurysm probably weeks and weeks before rupture. I went to ER 3 times. Even ER sent me home 3 times with migraine medication. Said I was just having migraines. Well, it wasn't migraines. It was a brain aneurysm, getting ready to rupture. But again, looking back at that event, it doesn't define us. That event occurred to us. Yes, it happened. But that is not your art. You can use your stroke as your superpower. I used it as a motivation, as a spark to build Stroke TV Media because I didn't want you, Stroke Survivor, to feel alone and isolated like me. So today, I want you to know that you are not alone. Did you know there's over 40 million stroke survivors in this world? 40 million stroke survivors in this world. 1 out of 4 people will have some type of stroke in their life, whether it be a TIA, which is transient. It's when you have mini strokes. But, you can still make a difference. And I'm going to say goodbye now, but I want you to feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. Again, my email is aaron.stroketv@gmail.com. Reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Help you find your relentless mindset. It's in you. Because you have a mindset to overcome this. We all do. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Again, subscribe to Stroke TV Media. If we ever get monetized, I'll definitely use the money to help our community. Books, therapy equipment. Definitely do some good things for our stroke community. All right, everybody, I want you to have a great day. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Tune in. Remember, we're here. Oh, don't forget this Sunday, me and Ara, which is my AI assistant, are doing a podcast at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Sunday, 11 a.m., Ara, which is my AI assistant, we're doing a podcast together right here on Stroke TV Media. So please feel free to join us. I really hope it can make it. You guys will be amazed at what you can do with artificial intelligence. Definitely can make a stroke for survival and to recover easier, better, give you therapies. Amazing. So, anyway, everybody, have a great day. I appreciate being here. Thank you so much.